Conneaut's largest retail establishment is closing, but not because of economic problems. It's because of the roof leaks at Kmart in the Gateway Plaza off Interstate 90, and the landlord, who lives in California, will not only not fix it, but won't communicate. A series of plastic awnings have been installed for months, draining water from a leaky roof, but recently someone complained and the building was inspected. Council President Nick Church said it came to a head Monday night with a meeting that included Commissioner Joe Morosky, Fire Chief Stephen Lee, Asheville County Chief Building Inspector Brenda Williams, and a Sears Kmart official. The official was told what needed to be done, including using non-flammable plastic to catch the water and place the plastic above the sprinkler system. Church had a bad feeling leaving that meeting. Less than 24 hours later, Kmart said it would simply close the store. Church said corporate attorneys tried to contact the landlord for 2.5 months without a response, and in Church's words, became fed up. Debbie Bertolacio is branch manager of adjoining Express Rent to Own and Loans, and she has already had 2 conversations with corporate about what to do about losing its big neighbor.
It's going to have a huge impact on our business. We've already lost a lot of foot traffic from CVS and from Giant Eagle. Once Kmart's gone, we're in trouble. I mean, it's that simple.
So do you have a game plan?
No. I talked to corporate last night and this morning about it, and the only game plan that they've really given us is to figure out a way to generate business, be creative. But I think it leaves us very unsafe out here as well. So with any luck, they'll increase the police, drive-throughs and things like that for us.
Do you have any problems with water?
We do, but not as bad as Kmart. Our leaks have been pretty much stopped this year. The guys were really good about tarring our roof because we have a solid steel roof. So as of right now, we have no leaks. Not to say that we're not going to again, though.
Any idea of moving someplace else?
My boss hasn't said anything, so.
We just caught wind of Kmart closing down.
Yeah, I got the phone call about 8 o'clock last night, so.
Were you surprised?
Yes and no. I'm more disappointed that the guy who actually bought this plaza is so cheap that he won't put the money into it to fix it up. Because that Kmart really does do a great business, and it's sad that we're now going to lose that in town as well.
It's going to leave few options.
Very few. Very few. It's going to require everybody to travel now. And a lot of people don't like going to Walmart. A lot of people don't like driving to Ashtabula, and going to Erie is even further. So it's really limiting the city of Conneaut, and it's really going to hurt the area itself.
And it hurts that it's right off the freeway. People like getting right off the freeway and coming to the plaza.
It's not going to look good.
No. And I have a lot of friends that live over in East and West Springfield as well that we were talking about that this morning, and it really impacts them because Springfield doesn't have anything as it is. So they rely on this little Kmart. So it's a tragedy.
Karen Billagem is among shoppers saddened by the announced closing of the Kmart.
It's very sad. I just wish somebody would, be able to maybe buy the whole building, invest in Conneaut for once. There's just too many things closing around here. There's no jobs. It's just sad. I live in Conneaut and I come here all the time, so it's just, it's very depressing.
A man who identified himself as the Kmart store manager asked that we not interview store associates and not record inside or outside the building. We did not record inside. Howard Reefs, Director of Corporate Communications for Sears Holdings, stated, the Kmart store in Conneaut suffered roof failure. The Conneaut Fire Department Marshal requires that the affected portion of the roof is properly repaired in order for the entire store to remain open. Unfortunately, the landlord refuses to repair the roof to the satisfaction of local officials. As such, the store will operate in a limited amount of space until our inventory is depleted and then closed to the public in early June. The store has 43 employees. Those associates that are eligible will receive severance and have the opportunity to apply for open positions at area Sears or Kmart stores. Most of the associates are part-time hourly. The closest Kmart fronts Ashtabula Town Square. The closest full Sears store is in the Mill Creek Mall near Erie. Church said alternatives suggested to keep Kmart in Conneaut won't work. The old Giant Eagle building in the same plaza has been closed nearly 9 years. It probably isn't big enough, suffers from the same leaky roof as Kmart, and an Ashtabula Township industry is using it for storage. The remaining stores in the plaza, AutoZone and Express Rent-to-Own and Loans, also report some degree of water damage from bad roofs. Church agreed nobody will want to locate in the plaza because of the conditions, and getting a judgment from the courts against the owners and then getting to pay would be difficult. He said of the plaza, quote, "It's going to become a dinosaur," end quote. The old Fisher Big Wheel building in the Conneaut Plaza has issues and is also used for storage. Many other buildings are in trouble in town, including the old Feel Goods nightclub on Main Street, now owned by the state because the local owner didn't pay taxes. Bricks are falling behind the building adjacent to the back of the Dollar General store parking lot. There's a noticeable separation between the west and north walls of the building. Church blames code enforcement. He said commercial buildings are the responsibility of the fire department. As he put it, quote, "It's absolutely unbelievable," end quote.